This season, Josh Allen led the Buffalo Bills to a 13-4 record, and he also ended up winning MVP, so he definitely had himself a very impressive season. But today we're going to see how he does on a different team, because I'm going to be sending Josh Allen to the Lions to see if he can win them a Super Bowl. And obviously the offense that the Lions have right now is a pretty massive upgrade from the Buffalo Bills. And on the other hand, I mean, when these guys are healthy, this is one of the best defenses in the league. I mean, now that they have Josh Allen as their quarterback, I feel like we can make this Lions team a dynasty. So hopefully we can have a good first season to set the tone. And in year number 1, it looks like the Lions did have a pretty solid season, because they're going to go 12-5 to win the division, barely. And to start off the postseason, we have to play the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, a 12-win season isn't bad at all. I'm not complaining about that. But honestly, with Josh Allen as their quarterback now, I was expecting like 14 to 15 wins. But either way, we're in the playoffs, so that's all that matters. And it looks like Allen did end up having an MVP caliber season as well, because he had 4,400 yards for 31 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions, which is actually a career low. It looks like this Cowboys team is not going to make it easy on us though, because we are down 10-0 in the second quarter right now. So I got to make sure that we put some points on the board here. And since Gibbs got stopped, that is going to bring up a third down too. So we need to get 6 yards if we want to stay on the field. I'm just going to try and go for Laporta. He kind of got hit off his route for a second, but he is going to get open for a pretty big gain. So that's going to bring the ball all the way to the 37. So at the very least, we are pretty much in position to kick a field goal. Oh, no way. Parsons is going to take us out of there, though. I just knew that Micah Parsons was going to be a problem in this game. I mean, that is a huge sack for him. So now we need to get 20 yards to keep this drive alive. I think we have Laporta, though. It looks like he's going to come in clutch again with another first. I mean, Sam Laporta is getting things done for us right now, but I'm going to switch it up a bit. If Laporta gets open, I might go for him again, but I don't know what he's doing there. Oh, that was a terrible throw too. I mean, that is not where he was supposed to go on that route. So I guess that's going to bring up another third down. And this time we need to get 10 yards. We got Laporta again though. I mean, every time I've needed a big play, Sam Laporta has been open for us. So I hope he keeps playing the way that he is, because we do need to mount a comeback. But that touchdown from Gibbs is going to put us right back in this thing. So now we're only down by 3 points. But either way, I mean, it looks like the second half did not go too well for us. So it looks like the Dallas Cowboys are going to be pulling off a pretty big upset in the wildcard round. I mean, with the roster that we had, I never would have thought that we would be a first round exit. So that's kind of an odd start to the video. But to end off the first season, it looks like MVP is going to be going to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, this has just been a weird season, because in the Super Bowl, it looks like the Saints ended up beating the Jets. I mean, those are two teams I didn't even expect to make the playoffs. But that's going to bring us to the first offseason of this video. And we're obviously not going to be able to do a whole lot. We're going to lose Carlton Davis because we barely have any money to work with, since all of it is going towards Josh Allen right now. And I don't really see any good free agents that we'll be able to get for cheap. So I'm just going to keep this team the same. And in year number 2, it looks like we did improve a little bit from last season, because we're going to go 13-4 to win the division. Once again, the Eagles got the 1 seed though. So we have to play the Bears in the wild card round. And it looks like Josh Allen ended up going on an absolute tear this season as well. I mean, if he doesn't win MVP, I feel like it's a robbery, because he had 4,900 yards, which is a new career high, for 46 touchdowns, which is also a new career high, and he only had 9 interceptions. So obviously it's been a crazy season for Josh Allen, and we're also in position to actually win a playoff game this time, because the Lions are currently winning 14-0 in the third quarter, and that clock is ticking. So after one more play, we're probably going to hit the fourth quarter. That's another big play right there. Gibbs is going to have the first down. And that play did bring us to the fourth quarter. So if we can take a 3-score lead now, it's going to be pretty tough on Chicago to pull off a comeback. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but if our defense keeps playing the way that they have been, we honestly might get a shutout in this game, which would be pretty crazy, especially in the playoffs. That's going to make it a 3-score game right there, though, because there is literally nobody on JMO. So we are up 21-0. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the shutout, though. I mean, Chicago actually almost pulled off the comeback. We only won by 7 points, but either way, we're gonna win a playoff game this season, which is all that matters. It looks like things are going to be getting a lot tougher in the divisional round though, because now we have to play San Francisco. And so far this game has gone exactly the way I expected it to go, which is back and forth, because we're down 14-10 right now, but we have possession. So I'm hoping that we can score something here. I mean, we have tons of time on the clock still, so even a field goal will help us out quite a bit. I'm going to try and go for Raymond here. And it looks like we are going to have him open. He's going to be short of the first down, but it's 3rd and 1. So this might be dumb because I'm going to be going for it on 4th down if this doesn't work out. But I'm really confident that we can pick that up, especially the way that Gibbs has been playing. We're going to get sacked by Bosa though. So that is going to kill the drive. And if the 49ers were to score, that really could have messed our game up. But thankfully, our defense got a stop. So we still have a chance to take the lead here. We don't have a whole lot of time left, though. So I'm going to try and mount together a game-winning drive. So we want to kill as much time as we possibly can here. But with that being said, I don't want to take too much time off the clock where I only have like 10 seconds to score. I mean, you guys already know I have a history of running the clock down way too much, but this is kind of dire here because San Fran did bring up a 3rd down after that. Once again, Laporta is going to clutch up for us though, and that's going to get the ball all the way to the 2-yard line. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to run the clock down past like 30 seconds because of the play clock. Oh, I thought we were going to get stopped for a second, but it looks like Gibbs is going to be in. So hopefully our defense can hold on for the 28 seconds that's left in this game. And unfortunately, they were not able to hold on to it because this game ended up going to overtime. But luckily, we were still able to get the win. So that will send us to the NFC Championship game where we have to play the 15-2 Eagles. And considering Philadelphia has the best offense in the NFL, I was expecting a little bit more out of them, but our offense has not been able to do anything either. I mean, there's 7 points combined with both teams in the 3rd quarter right now. So obviously this game has been all defense, but clearly we have a really good chance at scoring a touchdown here. So hopefully we don't get stopped at like the 1-yard line. That is going to bring up a 3rd down. So I'm going to try to go for Laporta here. I really hope he can get open, but if not, I will take the field goal because either way, a 2-score lead is a 2-score lead. I might have it with Josh Allen, though. He is going to sneak in for the score. Jalen Carter was getting close to us there. I thought he was actually going to catch up for a second. But either way, we're up by 14 points now. And Philly was able to make it very close at the end of this game. But we're going to hold on for the 14-8 dub. So in year number 2 with the Lions, Josh Allen is going to bring them to the Super Bowl. And considering our cap space situation, this team is probably going to be quite a bit worse next season. So if we want to get the job done, now would definitely be the time to do it. Especially with the season that Josh Allen is having. I mean, it looks like he was able to win MVP. The Super Bowl is going to be a very tough game, though, because we have to play the Ravens. I mean, we're definitely capable of winning this game, though, because if we can hold Philadelphia to 8 points in an NFC Championship game, I feel like oh my God, bro, hold on. Gibbs might have a touchdown right here. I was not expecting him to have that much open field. I mean, that's actually going to set us up really nicely. So we can at least kick a field goal as long as I don't throw an interception or anything. And that would make it a 2-score game. Because in case you haven't noticed, we're up 7-0 right now. Make that 14-0 because it looks like J-Mo's going to be in for the touchdown. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter, though. And it looks like Lamar Jackson is not going to be going away that easily because he ended up putting 11 points on the board after that. So now it's only a 3-point game. We're gonna have another pretty good pickup with Gibbs, man. So I'm gonna hand it off to him again because from what I've seen so far, our run game has been insane today. This defense really hasn't been able to stop it. But of course, as soon as I say that, we lose yardage. So now it's 3rd and 4. I'm going to try and go for St. Brown here. He's going to be open too. So that's going to keep us on the field. And after that play, the clock ran all the way down. So we're in the 4th quarter now, which means if we score a touchdown here, we're going to have a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, which would be pretty big for the Lions right now, especially if we can run some clock because we do not want to leave a lot of time for Lamar Jackson to work with. So I'm going to keep it on the ground here. We do need to get 1 yard because it's 3rd down, but it looks like Gibbs is going to have that easily. And I just let as much time run off the clock as I could there. So if Lamar Jackson's going to pull off a 2-score comeback, assuming we get in for the touchdown, he's only going to have like 2 minutes around to do it. So it's going to be pretty difficult on the Ravens. And it looks like Gibbs is going to be in. So we are now going to be up by 10 points. And it looks like that last touchdown was a very important one because after that, Lamar Jackson did go down the field and score, but either way, it doesn't matter. That 21-18 win is going to give the Lions their first Super Bowl. I mean, Josh Allen balled out this season, so this was definitely a good year to do it because he also won MVP. So as you can see in year number 2, Josh Allen and the Detroit Lions are going to be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy, which has been a long time coming. We still have 2 seasons to go, so I'm hoping that we can turn this team into a dynasty, but once again, we only have $11 million in cap space right now, so we are going to be losing a good chunk of the defense. Kirby Joseph is definitely going to be a big hit, but in free agency, I was able to sign Josh Metellus, who will hopefully be enough to fill the shoes of Kirby Joseph. And right now, we're also like desperately in need for linebackers, so I made a trade with the Giants for Thibodeau, and for a 2nd and 7th round pick, I was also able to get Chop Robinson from the Dolphins. So as you can see, heading into year number 3, this is clearly the best offense in the NFL. I feel like it's really not even up for debate. On the other hand, the defense has clearly lost a few solid players, but they are still very good. And even though we did lose a few players on the defense, the Lions did not slow down in year number 3 because we're going to go 13-4 to win the division, and this time we got the 1 seed. And to start off the postseason, it looks like we play the Panthers in the divisional round, and that's a team I feel like we definitely have the upper hand over. But once again, Josh Allen had another pretty solid season. With that being said, he did slow down a little bit from last year, but he still had 4,400 yards for 29 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, but I don't think that will put him in the MVP race. I gotta give credit to the Panthers though, because it looks like they put up a bit more of a fight than I was expecting, but with that being said, there's only like 2 minutes left in this game, so if we can score the 2-yard touchdown, which we are gonna get pretty easily, that should hopefully be enough to put this thing away. And it looks like we obviously did hold on after that. So for the 2nd season in a row, the Lions are headed to the NFC Championship game, and in the NFC Championship game, it looks like we have a rematch against the Eagles. And it looks like Philly did not forget about what happened last season because they have been playing really well up to this point. We're down by 4. Obviously, a touchdown here would give us the lead back though, so that's what we're going for. I'm going to try and go for Gibbs on this route, but he's kind of locked up here. I just got to get away. Josh Allen is barely going to sneak over for the first down. I didn't even have time to see what defender was behind us, but I thought for sure he was going to catch us there. But either way, Josh Allen clutched up, and it looks like we're going to have JMO open right after that for another first down. So with 9 yards to go, I should probably just keep the ball on the ground. So I'm going to try and hand it off to Gibbs and see if he can do something here. That's a pretty solid gain. I mean, that's going to bring the ball all the way to the 2-yard line. So one more good play should be enough to put us in the end zone. And it looks like Gibbs is gonna be in for the touchdown. So that is gonna give us the lead back over the Eagles, but it looks like Philly has brought us to the brink of elimination because it is 4th and 2 and we are down 21-17 right now. So if we can't pick up the first down here, our season is gonna be over, but we are gonna have Laporta open. Obviously, I know that was Amon-Ra St. Brown. I was looking at Laporta, that's why I said Laporta, but I'm gonna try and go for Williams here. I might have to keep this on the ground again, actually. Never mind, he's wide open. There's literally nobody near him, so that's gonna bring the ball all the way to the 5. I did not think he was gonna have that much space because for the most part in this video, that route has not worked out for me, but now we only need 5 yards for the score, and it looks like Gibbs is gonna be in again. So that's gonna put us up by 3 points. Now we just need our defense to hold on for 30 seconds, and it looks like they were able to do that. So for the 2nd season in a row, Josh Allen is gonna bring the Lions to the Super Bowl. But anyways, to end off year number 3, it looks like MVP is going to be going to Bo Nix, and it looks like we're going to be playing Mr. MVP in the Super Bowl. The Broncos have been insanely good this season, man, so you cannot count them out. This is obviously anyone's game because both teams have a 13-4 record right now. We got to use our secret weapon, which is Jahmyr Gibbs, as much as we can here though, because I feel like he is definitely the difference maker for this offense. It seems like every time that guy plays well, the whole team plays well, but I'm going to try and go for Williams here off of a slant, and hopefully he can get this. I got to get away real quick, man. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything, so I'm just going to go for Gibbs, who does actually have the first. That was kind of a last-second decision there. I wasn't really expecting to get anybody open, but I'll take it. So that's going to give us a fresh set of downs, And now, oh, bro, I might have to do it again. I'm just going to keep it on the ground with Allen this time, who has another first. I mean, scrambling for the first down has definitely worked out really well for us when we've needed to do it, but I'm going to put it back in the air this time, and hopefully, I actually might have to scramble. Oh, never mind. We got off last second. I thought I was going to have to keep that on the ground again, but obviously Williams got open for us. He is short of the first down though, so if we can't pick up 1 yard here, we're gonna have an issue. It looks like Gibbs is barely gonna have it though. And when I say barely, I mean barely. We probably had the first down by a couple of inches, but I'm gonna see if we can go back for St. Brown. It looks like he is gonna be there for another first. I mean, I don't want to run anything too risky, but if we can get this slant route to work out for us, this should go for a touchdown. And it looks like nobody's on St. Brown, so that's gonna put us up by 2 scores. And there's only like 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game, so the Broncos have a pretty big comeback in front of them. And it looks like the Broncos were not able to come back after that, so we're gonna take it 20-10, which means the Lions have won back-to-back Super Bowls now with Josh Allen. I mean, I don't think I'd call this team a dynasty yet, but if we can do it one more time, we are definitely there. But as you can see, to end off year number 3, Josh Allen and the Lions are gonna be hoisting another Lombardi trophy. But that's gonna bring us to the final offseason of the video, and we're not gonna be able to do anything in free agency. I mean, we are $16 million in the negative right now because I had to re-sign Laporta, I had to re-sign Ragnow, like we had to re-sign a lot of superstar players, and I also put a franchise tag on Brian Branch because if we lost him, that would be a massive hit for the defense. But we are going to be losing JMO and Thibodeau, who are 2 pretty big losses for this team, but it could have been a lot worse. But this is what the roster is going to look like heading into year number 4. I mean, our wide receiver room has definitely taken a hit losing JMO, but Amon-Ra St. Brown can carry them. And on the other hand, we did lose some key players on the defense as well, but nothing too crazy, so our defense is still pretty loaded. And after losing all of the players in the offseason, it looks like we did fall off a little bit because we're gonna go 10-7, and this time the Vikings won the division, so we're on the road to play the Panthers in the wild card round. It looks like our boy Josh Allen ended up having another phenomenal season with the Lions though, because he had 4,200 yards for 33 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. And after winning back-to-back Super Bowls, I was not expecting the Lions to be a wild card round exit, but if we don't figure something out soon, it looks like that is what's gonna happen, because we're down 20-9 right now, and it is 3rd and 1 since we couldn't get the first there. So if this play doesn't work out, we're gonna have an issue, but Gibbs barely picks up the first, so the drive is still alive for the Lions. I'm gonna try and go for a shot right here with St. Brown. He's probably gonna be locked up though, and it looks like he is going to be locked up. So I'm just going to try and get it to you. I don't even know who I threw the ball to there, but somehow he got the feet down. So we are going to get a 4-yard pickup, and Laporta is going to be open as well. I don't know if I mentioned this, but he was another one of the players that we needed to re-sign in free agency. So I'm happy that we got a deal done with him. I'm going to see if we can go back for, I think this is Clifton. I honestly don't know. It looks like Clifton is number 88. So he's going to bring it all the way to the 10-yard line. So I'm hoping, oh, hold on. We almost got sacked. I was hoping somebody would be open there, but I'm just happy that we didn't lose yardage. And it looks like this time we've got Laporta, but he's still short. I mean, at this point in the game, I feel like we just got to keep attempting it until we get in the end zone. So if this doesn't work out, I might go for it on 4th down. We're going to have one of our guys wide open though. So it looks like Clifton's in for the touchdown, which is going to put us right back in this thing. But now we need to rely on our defense. And our defense was unfortunately not able to get the ball back for us. So it looks like the Lions are not going to be able to 3-peat, but either way, I'm not that upset about it because getting Josh Allen was obviously a massive success for the Lions. I mean, the guy won an MVP, he won 2 Super Bowls, and they made it to the postseason every year. But to wrap up the final season, once again, Bo Nix is going to be winning MVP, and in the Super Bowl, it looks like the Commanders ended up beating the Texans. But that'll do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got my Instagram and everything linked below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.